Welcome to FPL Top Dogs Ballyhaunis, and this is your Wega shout out for game week 9. Just a rough take where we are for tomorrow, deadline tomorrow, early lunchtime kickoff. There's a game on Monday, which is Tottenham at home to Fulham, and there's only one game on Sunday as well. I think it's the Aston Villa West Ham game, so it's a bit spread out, but at least we've got the FPL back. The international humdrum period is done. I think there's four. There's another one now in November to come. The slow death of Irish international football, and alas, the rugby lads have let us down as usual in the quarterfinals. Sorry to be harsh, but it has to be said. It just is what it is, and we have the history and record of time, overtime, on time, and we won't be able to correct this until whenever it's played next. Well, we're 2024, or is it? Yeah, well, whatever it is, any 19, 20, 27. Yeah, can't wait. Okay. So let's go. I just want to give a couple of in just a quick 10-minute video here where I am and some of the injuries or what's going on with some of the international. There's other people you can look at that will give you a better breakdown, quicker, maybe team news and all that sort of stuff. But for me, I'm looking at Salah to captain, but I hate this. We did this with Tottenham last game week. In the sending off kind of broke the game down. The lunchtime kickoff, it was only a 1-0. Spurs got over the line. Normally they would have lost that one, the Spursy thing. There's just something that Spurs are playing with unwanted and abandoned under this new manager, Postecoglou. And it just seems that's the way Spurs should be playing. They've always should be playing open attack. And yeah, they could let one or two in, but they're not going to give up, and it's going to be helter skelter. Push and go football. But yeah, that neutered Son's captaincy. So I am worried about this game. Salah looks like the only dead on certainty. Robinson looks like he's going to have to get an operation on the shoulder, which Liverpool were dreading. So Gomez to Tsimikas, and they have another young lad that can go in there at left back. That inverted sort of role. I'm sure Tsimikas will be fine. He'll fit into that role very easily, and 4.4 million. He won't be that for long, but Robinson's out for quite a while. Everton seem to have a lot more bodies back now. They're generally quite good. Decore will be there, and Harrison's doing well for them now in DCL. So I'm not so sure if this is going to be a straightforward 3 or 4-0. I can't see it. Can't see Pickford, England's number one in there. Liverpool, Gakpo's back in training one game. Is that enough for one training session? Is that enough? Jota's back from suspension, and the other dude, Darwin's back from international, beating Brazil 2-0. I think he's part of that Uruguayan team. Of course, it's crazy, but he should start if Diaz, of course, as well. It's hard to figure out which one of that attack you'll go for, in regard to who's going to start, but it looks likely Gakpo mightn't be tried. And there's probably Darwin, Jota, and Salah. But yeah, Trent Alexander will play, I'm sure, but it's just been underwhelming this season. Clean sheets or any sort of bonus points. Van Dijk being suspended, so I'm not so sure about captain and Salah. I'm happy to have him, but I think there's better games to go for. I think I would go captain and Salah for every single other game except for this City. After City game week 11, I plan to get Salah back, or not Salah, Haaland back. Obviously, look, it's Bournemouth. I'll have two free transfers, and I've got 5 million in the bank. And I'll assess everything as I go on. There's plenty of great midfielders. Neto's gone up in price again. He was 5.7. What's he now? 5.8. He's gone up. Mo's gone up again. 12.7. Wowzers. Just I've caught all these price rises. I've been taking -4s since game week 2. I've took a -4 every to catch prices. Got Watkins. I think that's probably the best team you can get without a Haaland, who's not firing. Areola is just quality. Villa fixtures, West Ham fixtures, all unreal. I just feel I'm in a good position now. Botman here for Newcastle looks like he could well be. I think what the people are going to do is they're going to play him anyway. He's well flagged, and he'll either play or he won't play, and just have him as someone off the bench just in case. But it looks like he won't play. What else? Isaac is match fitness is the problem. It looks like Wilson will start up front. And yeah, that's all I kind of know. Newcastle at the minute. Bournemouth, okay. Wolves, okay. Brentford, Pinnock could be back. Burnley, okay. City are starting now to have most of their players back. Only De Bruyne is on the bench, so there's going to be a lot of competition in there. John Stones is back. Grealish is all right there. Doko, there's loads of competition in that midfield and in and around. So and Brighton as well. They are just a minefield. Like Mitoma has just signed a new contract, so he's fine, but the Zerbi is just a lot like Pep in a way. He just doesn't give away too much. So I can't say for sure Mitoma will start. Pretty vague on all the injury news there, and nobody knows whether it's going to be Ferguson starting or Fatty or Pedro, João Pedro or whoever well back. It just goes on and on and on. I think Estupin will be out for a while. But that's about it. I'm not so sure if I would not. Maybe I'd pick Marsh or something, or I'd go for Mitoma later on. Keeping an eye on Matoma, but not so much now. Forest and Luton, be careful. The River Trent's overflowing. There's people are thinking, well, Forest is right on the banks, so let's see. It's been terrible over here. It's fine over here. The south has been here in the London part, it's been fine. Rainy, quite blustery, but nothing compared to what's going up in Brecon up in Scotland. People are losing their lives up there. Chelsea and Arsenal. It looks like James and who's the other guy? James is coming back. He is in training. So he'll be assessed at the training session tonight. And Arsenal, Saka, it looks like he's staged that he wants to play. He's willing, it just seems to me he's like the Terminator of FPL or Saka. He runs through hamstrings. It's like this guy should be in the army, a leader. Everyone will go into the battle with Saka. Seriously, what an unreal. But is he to be protected for his own good? And this is what Arteta is worried about. But I'm 100% certain Saka will play. If you have him, start him. Really, I fancy this Arsenal team to do well. Rice in the middle is going to be hard beat. Oh, Saliba has got a toe thing going on for the last 5 games. That's not going to keep. I think definitely Arteta is playing. Oh, poor me stuff and poor, and we're all, and then they're starting. It's this is hoodwinking the people here, and they're starting. So okay, Timbers, he was injured, but I'm not so sure about Martinelli or Trossard's probably not going to play, but there you go. Who else is at Chelsea? There was somebody else coming back for Chelsea. Is it Thiago? Definitely not Chilwell. He's out. So, but yeah, that's good news. Oh yeah, the Saisi, he'll be monitored after the training session tonight. But that reads and bodes well. James has served a suspension, so it could be a great match to bring the Chelsea captain back. For me personally, I'm hoping that the Sassy and James will start and play because I have them in my FPL duo draft, which we'll go into a little bit earlier, a little bit later. Sheffield United versus United. I think there was an injury there as Lindelof. There might be an injury with him and Varane is back, one or the other anyway. But it's Casemiro's out for this one, so beware anyone with Casemiro in it. Villa and West Ham is the Sunday game. Mings is out as usual. I'm not sure about the rest. And Spurs, Son is carrying it. A knock of some sort, possibly a groin, I don't know, but he's been carrying it for a while. Really, the news is just too early at this stage. I think Son will be fine for Monday. The extra couple of games after the international break, that's going to suit most of Spurs players. I'm really happy with this team. That's what I'll be going forward to. Who am I thinking about? I'm obviously thinking about swapping the captaincy to Son. Or will I try and cover Haaland by captaining Alvarez? I'm not so sure. Alvarez has quite a far way to travel from. It could backfire. Mo is safe as houses, but I hate the lunchtime kickoff, so that's just something. So nothing much is going to change here. I got in cash just before his price rise at 5 million. Who did I get rid of? I got rid of Robertson. Okay, so I didn't want to take the chance of the drop in. It didn't matter if 6.6 because it was 6.5 anyway, Robinson. I'm worried about this Kabori that could drop for 4. And I've got this Anderson well in before the price. He's made me about 0.2 at this stage. So I'll take it. So it's now for a run. We're on for a run. Just a roundup of the Christy Nicholson Pub League. We're based here in Ballyhaunis, County Mayo. I'm the guru, the FPL guru, if you want to say so. It's Puru at the moment. 3.2, but it's about momentum this game really. And a lot can change in a few good game weeks. Just all in one game week sometimes it can really just maybe. Okay, it looks like we'll get too much more activity with this thing. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it at that. I can't load up the FPL, it's just taking too long. Maybe the BBC, there's nothing really much more. I've kind of jumped into mainly everything. Johnson on battle for Palace number 1.